good, but he's not. My thing is what a first or second round running back would do for this team beyond just running the ball would be, there'd be so much benefit to it. The offensive line would be better. The quarterback would be less pressured. The defense would maybe be on the field less. So I'm like, when you look at that, him as a running back, and he runs for 135 yards, and and all that, I'm thinking, and he's going to be a free agent. I mean, he had the best game of his life. He's 25 years old. He's heading into free agency, and I just sort of, he'd be good on some team, and maybe Seattle brings him back. But I don't want to say he's too old, but I'm like, if I'm looking for the next, like a Kenneth Walker, I'm looking to the draft. I'm looking, like to get something, think young, think, elite, as opposed to, well, we can send a 6th rounder to San Francisco and get Jordan Mason.
Right.
I just feel like a running back would bring something to this team that is more than just a running back.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. All of a sudden, you can see a gap between that running game. I mean, they have Charbonnet, who wasn't even on the field because of injury. They have a great running game in Seattle, which is another reason why they were they're Super Bowl champions, why they were the number 1 seed going into the playoffs and all like that. But let's take a quick break right now. I know Mark is champing at the bit to talk about the halftime controversy. So, because he's our expert. I should have introduced him, not only a Hall of Fame selector, but Super Bowl halftime
critic. Yes.
Yes, that's him. So you want to come back to
well, I used to not be able to watch them because I was there writing. But give me Prince in the Rain in Miami. That just keep showing that one. That's but that if liking Prince, but makes you an old guy now. So,
well, anyway, we'll get Mark. Maybe he'll weigh in on that. But there's plenty more to talk about. So come on back to Vikings Territory Breakdown. Okay, folks, welcome back to Vikings Territory Breakdown with Mark Craig from the Star Tribune. Mark, I was just telling you off air, it's like, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the halftime show because until this one rolled around, I really didn't know who Bad Bunny was.
I didn't either.
And I do pay attention to a lot of music, but this one, it kind of caught me and said, okay, well, fine, whatever. And but all I do know is, as I was feeding my face over at the dining room table, I look in and my daughter and her daughter are dancing the entire time. So, like I said, somebody liked it. Might not have been me. He's like you said, we're not the target audience.
No, we haven't been the target audience for a while.
That is clear.